Okay, so to be honest, I was going to try and come up with a witty intro for the video, but I don't know enough about Lord of the Rings to to make one. So, we're just stuck with this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strunk from QuickTime Reactions, and today you guys are going to be treated to a double feature of reviews. I just got out of my first movie of the day, and that is Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. This movie stars Brian Cox, Gaia Wise, Luke Pasqualino, I hope I said his last name right on that, Miranda Otto, and a host of others in the realm of the Lord of the Rings franchise. About 200 years before the ring was discovered by Bilbo Baggins, Rohan is set upon by some invading forces when the king of Rohan kills the other king of the other tribe. The son vows revenge on Rohan and seeks to destroy it. So that's me kind of generalizing the plot because a lot of stuff is going on in this. So like I said in the intro, I don't know a lot about Lord of the Rings. The main extent of my knowledge of Lord of the Rings comes from an amazing trilogy of videos over on one of New Rockstars' sister channels, The Deep Dive, in which the host Eric Voss details in great length all of the amazing work and attention to detail that went into those original Lord of the Rings films. But I've personally not seen them. I've not seen the original Peter Jackson trilogy. I've not seen the sequel trilogy of the Hobbit films. I've not seen the Ralph Bakshi animated film. I've not read any of the books. I've not seen Rings of Power. I've got no knowledge on Lord of the Rings. So I'm going into this completely blind with a base level of knowledge. And I gotta say, coming out of it, I actually really enjoyed this. I can see why a lot of people follow this world and the lore that Tolkien created with this series. Now, am I gonna now turn into a Lord of the Rings fan? Probably not. I don't think this genre is my cup of tea, but for those who are in love with this world and this series, I highly recommend you check it out. The animation in this is absolutely beautiful. Kenji Kamiyama is the director for this movie. While, yes, Peter Jackson does produce this, Kamiyama is the one that directed this. And I have to say, he does an amazing job with the direction. I don't know the studio that did the animation for this film, but like I said in my Overlord Sacred Kingdom review earlier this year, I find Japanese animation very interesting because it seems like they are much confined, more comfortable to the 2D animation with flavorings of 3D in there. For this one, it feels more 3D animation, although the backgrounds, I could swear the backgrounds are probably maybe 2D animation. I don't know, but I'm completely fascinated by Japanese animation, and I think this is really good animation. All the cast does an amazing job. Gaia Wise does an amazing job as Hera. Brian Cox as the King of Rohan is absolutely amazing. And everyone in the cast does an amazing job. The animation is superb. And there's a point towards the end where it's I'm scratching my head and I'm like, is that something? Because I swear I've seen this location in just from glancery references in the Jackson films, and I'm like, once they confirm it later on, I'm like, bingo. Also, there were some other characters that I did not expect to either be, A, name dropped, or B, shown. Towards the end, like, there is, because I can talk about this was shown in the trailer. There is a shot of orcs grabbing the One Ring and putting it with a whole bunch of other rings. And Hera is summoned by Gandalf to talk about what she had seen with those orcs doing with those rings. So that's kind of setting up, because I have no idea how long, yes, they say at the beginning 200 years before Bilbo Baggins finds the ring. So I'm assuming that's Hobbit. I think that's before the Hobbit. So that was a cool name drop to happen. And I'm not going to spoil the other two because those, I think, are going to be way cooler for the fans of Lord of the Rings to discover on their own. So I'm not gonna spoil that, but just know that there are some really cool cameos and connections that I was not expecting to happen in this movie. So yeah, I would say War of the Rohirrim is an absolutely awesome film that you should definitely go check out. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I would highly recommend you check it out because it is absolutely astonishing to the world of Tolkien and the world that he's created. And I think it's going to be an absolute joy for those Lord of the Rings fans. Got one more video that I'm going to record. That's not in for like a couple more hours, but I will catch you guys next time.